Hello everyone, and welcome to the show. I am your host, the one and only proud 4%er, where I take the time to help my viewers think outside the Democratic 96% black voting box. My guest today is a member of the American Democratic Socialist Party, and he is here to provide answers on what is democratic socialism, as I hit him with those hard questions. Okay, let's get right to it. Thank you for joining me today.
You are quite welcome.
As you know, your organization states that democracy and socialism go hand in hand, and you say that all over the world, wherever the idea of democracy has taken root, the vision of socialism has taken root as well. That is, everywhere but in the United States. And you feel, because of this, many false ideas about socialism have developed in the U.S. Is that correct?
That is correct, at least as those of us in American Democratic Socialist Party sees it. And everyone knows that we are the nation's elite thinkers, right?
Well, that's certainly up for debate, but let's get to the first question. We know that communism is a system whereby the government owns and is in control of very thing. What is the difference between the two as you socialists see it?
Democratic Socialists believe that social and economic decisions should be made by those whom they most affect. Resources are used to make money for capitalists, who we hate, rather than to meet what we consider human needs. We believe that the workers and consumers who are affected by economic institutions should own and control them.
So those without any knowledge or experience should run business and major corporations. Not the smartest way to handle things, is it? Those businesses will be destroyed. You do know that, right?
We know, but that's okay when you hate the rich as we do. And our goal is to teach everyone else to hate the rich as well. Well, actually, the rich Democrats are okay. They are with us.
Wow, a dangerous method for running a country. But hasn't socialism been discredited by the collapse of communism in the USSR and Eastern Europe?
Not at all. We are smarter than they were. Even though socialism or communism has never actually worked, we will make it work. Democratic socialists have always opposed the ruling party states of those societies, just as we oppose the ruling classes of capitalist society in this country run by the rich. Moreover, the fall of communism should not blind us to injustices at home. Remember, we are the elite and cannot allow all radicalism to be dismissed as communist. Just because something is a failure does not make it a failure. Our methods are based on good intentions. With good intentions, you never need to worry about being wrong.
So in your warped point of view, it somehow does not matter if your methods makes no sense at all, and charged by unfounded reasoning.
Of course. We only need to look as though we care. That makes the people feel good inside, when they think that we somehow do.
Won't socialism be impractical, because people will lose their incentive to work?
A long-term goal of socialism is to eliminate all but the most enjoyable kinds of labor. We know that we cannot eliminate the most unappealing jobs that will long remain. These tasks will just have to be spread among as many people as possible, and anyone who don't want to do them, well, we will just force them to. Better for me and the rest of the elite to be happy, than for us, the elite, to care if they enjoy the jobs we have designated for them. The state needs to be happy, not the people, for socialism to work.
If what your party thinks works so well, why are there no models of democratic socialism?
Just because these systems are total failures. Who cares? We can and have learned from the comprehensive welfare state maintained by the Swedes. That is a failure. From Canada's national health care system, it's a failure. France's nationwide child care program, another failure. And Nicaragua's literacy programs, also a failure as well. Lastly, we can learn from our own failed efforts initiated right here in the U.S., such as the community health centers created by the government in the 1960s. Boy, were they a waste of money, but so what? We will, as I said, just do them anyway, because we will look again like we care.
Your party does not care at all that the European Social Democratic experiment has failed, and failed badly.
We have more rich people in this country than they do in theirs to hate and blame, and to take money from, money that we have not earned ourselves, so we can put a majority of it in our pockets, and a little in the pockets of the poor, to look as if we are concerned. So again, who cares if Europe failed? Until we run out of rich people here to blame, we will continue to move forward.
The Democratic Party, which you are a part of, don't like calling themselves socialist even though they believe the same as you. Tell me, why do you do so?
First, we call ourselves socialists because we are proud of what we are. We also call ourselves socialists because we are proud of the traditions upon which we are built, and of the heritage of the Socialist Party of Eugene Debs and Norman Thomas. Finally, we call ourselves socialists to remind everyone that we know what is best for them and the world.
Well, there you have it, another party that tells you that you are too dumb to think for yourself. A party that thinks it is somehow smarter for you to work for a poor person that does not know how to run the business that they have taken from some else. And that the only rich people you should like or care for and trust are them. That's all the time I have today, and I hope you have learned about the American Democratic Socialist Party. At least enough to stay away from it. Until next time, remember this is your host, the one and only 4%er, providing you with the tools to cut your way out of the Democratic 96% black voting box.